welcome to Stage Bear. Yo! How we doing? This is your intermission portion of the show. If you need to refill your drinks or get a bathroom break, there's a bathroom right around the corner. But you have your feature and your headliner. Our headliner tonight has been on Will and Grace and Third Rock from the Sun. And our feature act is very special and one of my favorite comics ever. So go get a bathroom break. But not everybody likes to get up. So it's story time with Bear as well. Anybody who wants to sit down, you're going to hear some crazy stories. All right. You guys want to hear? I'll let you guys choose. All right. Who's with me? You? All right. All right, right here. All right. Between you two. A train hopping story?
I love trains.
Trains? I love trains.
I'm not
A Burning Man story?
Are you like reading me right now?
Nah. That's what I got. Or we got a peyote story. Okay. Well, I'll tell you about the time I almost died in the desert. Thank you. All right. Well, I was in Mexico. It starts pretty crazy. Anybody partied in Mexico? You know how crazy it gets. You know, get drunk, get a tattoo you regret, you know, fight with your best friend, adopt a kid. Not everybody? Well, that happened to me when I was in Mexico. Because I was at a 2-month-long party in Mexico called a Rainbow Gathering. And I skipped past that in earlier tellings of this story because I didn't realize a lot of people haven't been to a 2-month party. Yeah, so it was in La Paz, Mexico, and brace yourselves, it's a sad part of the story. I met this kid who was like tagging along with us at this crazy party, and we get to the border, and he's like, all right, have a good day. He'd been hitchhiking with us, and I was like, whoa, we're about to walk over to San Diego. And he's like, yeah, I did some stupid stuff and got kicked out of this country. Sad part, sorry. And so I decided that my privileged ass was not going to go back to San Diego, but I was going to hitchhike him down to his grandfather's house in Durango, Mexico. So if you're a Trump supporter, I took one of them home for you. If you're a bleeding heart liberal, I took that poor kid to his uncle's house. So, but I hitchhiked from Tijuana, Mexico down to Guatemala. Yeah. Dame un aventón. Necesito rete. That means the way of the airplane. That's like how you say I'm going to hitchhike in Mexico. And he had gotten pretty tired of me by the time it took 3 days to get down to his uncle's house. And he had gotten pretty tired of this big white billboard traveling with him that said, could you please rob these two? So I got robbed 3 times in Mexico, mostly by the police. Once by security, but it was like we were doing stupid shit. Like I was drinking on the boardwalk because we were happy we got him close to his family's house. But either way, I get him robbed, and he tells me that there's actually a peyote field down in Mexico. And so I'm like, okay, this is worth the 3-day travel down into Mexico. And I'm starting to learn some Spanish by now. And when we were at this party, there was this lady who, she lived in Belize, which they speak English in Belize, which is random. American dollar goes a good way, and so if you sold a lot of weed in Colorado, it's a good place to escape. So I was like, hey, I might go to Belize. So this girl, Kundalini Kim, she had a property down in Belize, and she was like, you could go back to America and get arrested, or you could come to my house and pick coconuts.
Can you go back to her name for a minute?
Huh? Kundalini Kim. Yeah. She was random. We all ate LSD on Thanksgiving together. I've never eaten LSD with 300 people. It was wild. It was so wild. And we've got this lady, Kundalini Kim, she's like a yoga teacher from San Francisco. She's yelling at us, "You can go back to America and eat peanut butter with plastic in it, trans fat." Yeah. Hydrogenated soybean oil. So, I was trying to go to her property because I thought picking coconut was better than going to jail in America. So, but I usually talk to those on Veterans Day, but is there any veterans in the crowd? Well, thank you for your service. I was actually a POW. People, I don't talk about it a lot. I was a POW of the drug war. Yeah, they got me 3 times. Once at River. Yeah. It was catch and release, though. I did 3 months. All right. So I ended up making it to the peyote field. And there was a shaman down there in the peyote field. He took 200 pesos to show me how to do the peyote. But guess who he had a picture with? An American celebrity. Guess who went and ate peyote down in Mexico?
Nancy Reagan.
Nancy Reagan? Nancy Pelosi did not either. Willie Nelson was not the guy. It was Matthew McConaughey. All right. And it was so funny, because I went down there trying to find the peyote, and the locals are not really into it, you know what I mean? Because they're down there in the desert where it's a beautiful, like, culture. You don't need drugs where they're living. It's so far away from Babylon that it's just a beautiful life. So I'm going down there, and I get down to the town where peyote's supposed to be, and I get there, and I had to take a train to this town, Matawala. I had to take a bus to this town, Real de Catorce, through a tunnel in a big mountain. And it was like a hippie, like, it was almost like Red Rocks. They had stands set up, people selling shit. You know what I mean? It was all community. And I get in there, and guess what? There was a store in this town that was called, not in Spanish, in English. It said hippie store. I walked in and I was like, I'm here. I made it. And it was cool kids. And they even listened to the same music I was listening to. Like, it was the same, like, you know, people are the same everywhere. And so I tell them, I'm like, I'm here to promote the peyote. I'm here to eat the peyote. And so these hippies at the hippie store, I go, so where can I buy peyote? And I said, any restaurant in town sells it. So I'm like, woo, where am I at? I didn't even know these people get down like that. So I walked up in there, and I go sit down, and I asked somebody's grandma for peyote. She was not into it. Actually, they did sell peyote, and it was in a soup, and I was like, let me get the peyote soup. And as she was walking away, I realized this is too easy. And I go, con mescalina? With mescaline? And like I said a swear word, she goes, no! So I asked somebody's grandma down there for peyote with mescaline. And I go back to the hippie store, and I just come in there, I'm like, because they said every restaurant sells it. So I come back to the hippie store, and I go, con mescalino? And they go, oh! They realize they just made me go ask somebody's grandma for peyote. And they go, oh, no, you have to pay a wheelie to take you to the peyote field or a horse. And I'm like, what the fuck's a wheelie? You know, like, remember Wizard of Oz 2, the Wheelers? I was like, what the fuck's a wheelie? It was a Jeep wheelie. And I had to actually pay somebody to off-road me, like, through the desert. And we were able to ride up on top of the Jeep, like, I'm riding through the desert, like, we're going to get peyote. And we get there. And so I get to a town called a Station Catorce, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck's going on here? I'm not going to ask any of these people for peyote. These are all like grandma level, like no. And so like there's just beautiful people playing soccer, you know, not people you want to ask about drugs. And then I see one tourist, and he was from Poland. And he was actually a Polish altar boy who was on a sabbatical from Canada to Argentina. He was doing a similar trip as me. But he gets into Mexico, and the Mexicans, his first language is Polish, second language English, third language Spanish. He's talking to some Mexicans about being spiritual in the Catholic faith. And they said, oh, it's beautiful. We're about to go eat peyote, which is a spiritual food. And this poor altar boy goes, a spiritual food? Gnarly. I must try this. I didn't know God left us spiritual food. So I get there, there's all these people that I'm not going to ask. And I see one Polish guy with a backpack, which means traveler down there, backpacker. And I see him buying a tostada. And I don't have tostada money, I've been down there for a while, but I went up and bought a tostada so I could talk to this guy. Because his energy of his body was shimmering. There's other people that I'm seeing, and then there's one person who looks like he's outlined. You can tell he has eaten the peyote recently. And so I came up and I sat down and I said, you're going to take me to the peyote field. And he goes, I've just been eating peyote for 3 days in the desert, the belly of the beast. He goes, our Lord Jesus was in the belly of the earth for 3 days, and I'm not better than our Lord. He's an altar boy. He said, so I can't go back out in the desert. But me and you are going to drink this tequila tonight, and I'm going to take you to the peyote field tomorrow. So you can find out next time if I follow that Pollock into the desert and died, or if I ate peyote. All right, let's bring on the concho. Are you guys ready?